Well, we mentioned there Kyiv, and we were discussing what has happened there. Let's go to Kyiv now and talk to Alex Borovenskiy, who runs the Pro-English Drama School. Alex, what has happened overnight? What have you heard? What is the situation for you guys at the minute?
Hello. Well, not much really, because we're in a bomb shelter, so we don't hear much. But when I came out, I saw the snow coming, and it's so funny because it's like the spring. But at the same time, I heard the shelling, which means that Kyiv been bombed. Distant shelling. So, yeah, that's what I hear. The snow and the shelling.
You've turned your theatre into a bomb shelter for local people and local artists. Who's with you? Who's seeking shelter with you guys?
Oh, it's changing every day. Like yesterday, one of the guys joined us, and he's in the volunteer service. And right now, he went away to help the local people, some actors, some babushkas, the old ladies. Some kids were with us, but they left a couple of days ago, luckily, from Kyiv. Yeah, different people. But for these 13 days of war, we've turned into a small community, which is very heartwarming because theater unites people, and that's what we do. We really unite people here in our basement or art shelter, if you call it.
But I mean, you've hit the nail on the head. It's an art space. It's a place where you rehearse, but it's a bomb shelter, and people are seeking refuge from war. It's quite a journey your community's been on.
I don't know if we never prepared for that. Theater is not meant to be that, but because it's a small independent theater, luckily we're in a basement, and luckily it is a bomb shelter originally. So when this started, the local people just started coming here and say, can we stay here? I'm like, okay, well, it's the theater. We didn't plan it, but it just happened. And now we coordinate some humanitarian help. We deliver the volunteers that are coming from our space. Well, things happening really fast.
And who's left in Kyiv? Because we were just I don't know if you could hear, we were talking to our colleague James about, men staying. Are you expected to fight? Are you wanting to fight?
We want to fight. They don't take us. My guys, the actors, they went to territorial defense, and this is not even the army. Territorial defense are just the guys who got to protect the region, and they got the weapons and stuff. They didn't accept them because they don't have any military experience. So at the moment, we have enough men to protect the city. But we can protect our region, our barrier, if you call it, because we got enough people here to do that. Yes, I mean, that's my city. We're willing to fight.
And what are you filling your days with at the minute?
It's a very strange feeling because we're getting used to it, and I hope I would never get used to it. Like, we learn to distinguish the sound. We know what's coming. Yesterday, I heard the Kalashnikov gunshots, which means, it's quite close. And at the moment, I feel what the whole Ukraine feel. If you say to Russian army and Mr. Putin, "Iti nahui," I would say it. I would say it every day. That's what I feel. That's what the whole Ukraine feels right now. That's what we feel.
Would you want to leave?
No, that's my city. That's my country. I'm not leaving. No, there is no way. I'm not leaving. We're not leaving. No.
Tell me about your city. I know it's a snowy day today, but you clearly love your city and you are, willing to risk your safety for it. What is it about that place that is holding your heart?
Well, that's Kyiv. I don't know. I moved to Kyiv since I was 21, since right after university, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's so beautiful. It's so full of art, and we have like around 100 theaters here. Mine is among them. There is no way it can be invaded. It can be invaded. It can be conquered, and it might be, but it cannot be held. It cannot be held by enemy. Like, Ukrainians will resist, and they are resisting right now with everything they have. This army is not enough. Send us a couple more. We'll take it.
It seems.
That's what I say.
It seems wrong to not laugh, but your confidence and your your faith is very impressive. You're holding strong.
Looks like we don't have the other choice. And like the leader of this community who's here in our shelter, I have to support people. But I tell you what, yesterday I cut my finger while delivering this humanitarian help, and people didn't know what to do. And that's the finger. So I can only imagine what's going to happen if my leg got turned away by bombing and everything. That's a strange feeling. You cannot get used to the war. You cannot get used to people. Yesterday, a friend of mine was killed. And
I'm so sorry for your loss, Alex. Are you scared?
Yeah. Well, he was in the military. Come again?
Are you scared?
I'm not scared. Like I say, you cannot get used to it. I've been preparing myself for it for the last 13 days, but you just can't. You can't get used enough to it. You can't get ready enough to it. Like, we're ready for massive bombing. If it's coming, we're ready to enemy in our streets, yes. But what's going to happen if they come, I don't know. Well, yeah, we're ready to resist, but I don't know. I'm not scared. I'm angry as hell. That's the point, yeah.
Why are you angry? What's making you angry?
Well, the Russian army, mostly, Belarusian army, partially, the world silence a lot. I'm very angry with that because speaking about it is not enough. Like Zelensky said, we need ammunition, not a right. And I give a lot of interviews these days and say, would you like to leave? I don't want to leave. We need airplanes. That's what we need here. We need air anti-raid systems. That's what we need. We don't need to leave. We don't need a shelter. We don't need, that's what, I'm angry. I'm really angry with that.
I know you've touched on it there, Alex, but people are listening to you. What would you say to the rest of the world? What do you want people to do?
I would like people to send military support to Ukraine. That's as simple as that. Protesting in the streets is not enough anymore. Military support is necessary because this is happening in Europe right now. The Third World War is right here. It's not, it could have happened, or if we intervene, it might happen. It is happening, and it is Europe. So Europe and U.S. step in. That's as simple. You don't need to be a military expert. I'm a theater director, and I see it every day. And people in Ukraine see it, and the whole world sees it. So, guys, step in. And thank you very much. I know the world is listening. So, yeah, it's very important.
Alex, we're sorry for the losses you've experienced so far and, commend you on your strength. Alex Borovenskiy there speaking to us on the reality of life in Kyiv. And, if and when we do get back to that peaceful place that everybody's longing for, I second Alex. It is an incredible city, very arty, warm, cultural. We wish you well, Alex.